gamers, it's me Callum from Tabletop Banter, and today I'm going to do another 1000 for 100 video, which will be Eldar this time. This particular list I had a big interest in because I am looking at starting Eldar, as you've seen maybe on my blog, not blog, my Twitter page. I've posted a few pictures of a few painted Eldar models that I've done, and it's something I'm super interested in getting done as soon as possible. It probably won't happen super quickly because I've got a couple of other projects in the pipeline too, but here's hoping. So first off, this list came in at about £100 exactly, give or take 50p I think. So I was quite shocked because I know that Eldar models are more expensive than the points they give out. It took me quite a while, I'm going to be honest. I gave up a few weeks ago when I tried it for the first time. I spent 2 hours looking through the codex online, and I also spent ages on Battlescribe trying to get all these ideas together. Because I didn't just want it to be everyone has a million upgrades, although they've got quite a few. I still wanted it to be interesting and fun to play. So my 1000 points of Eldar, to buy it, to get hold of it, you need to buy their battle box, a Farseer, a Wave Serpent, and 5 Fire Dragons. So I'll just get started really. First off, we have a Farseer as our HQ choice. He is 155 points. He has the Shard of Anaris, which is a +2 strength, a rending melee weapon, and a shuriken pistol. The big reason you take this fella though is he has a quite awesome mastery level 3 for his psychic power, so you can use the Eldar psychic discipline, which is quite good. I think it's called Runes of Fate or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. And yeah, you really just use him to buff all the other units. I know where he's going in my... if I were to set this up, but you could attach him to a couple of different units. But yeah, pretty bog standard, nice and high initiative as well, so he gets to strike first. Quite happy with having just him. The model is really awesome as well. If you get the one with the singing spear, really cool. That's the one I want to get hold of anyway. On to elite choices. 5 Fire Dragons in a Wave Serpent. This is because Fire Dragons have their fusion guns, which are Strength 8, AP 1, Assault 1 melters. Super cool. Every unit, every troop member has melter bombs, which is also really good. Then on the Wave Serpent, it's an expensive Wave Serpent, let's put it that way. It's 200 points. You get the Crystal Targeting Matrix, the Ghostwalk Matrix, Holofields, and Star Engines. And in terms of weaponry, twin-linked Eldar Missile Launcher and a Shuriken Cannon. The reason I love the missile launcher is it gives you Skyfire. You can just choose to shoot Skyfire, which is pretty great because more and more flyers are being introduced to the game now. So it's nice to have something with the Strength 7, I think it is. So you'll be able to glance stuff and hopefully pen stuff as well if you choose to. And it's twin-linked, so that's useful as well. The reason I went for the Crystal Targeting Matrix and the Star Engines, because I think with Star Engines you can flat out 24 inches, and with the Crystal Targeting Matrix you can shoot one weapon after doing a flat out maneuver at full ballistic skill. I think that's just once in a game though. So the idea is turn 1 you move your 12 inches because you're a fast skimmer. You then turn around, or you do 24 more inches because you're flat out movement. Ignoring difficult and dangerous terrain because you have the Ghostwalk Matrix, or Ghostwalk Matrix, and then you can fire the missile launcher. You can fire the missile launcher however you want, and then you can. No, I don't think you can snap shoot the shuriken cannons actually, but you can fire something after moving flat out, which is pretty handy. You could even do your Serpent Field, which is that assault 2d6. I'm not sure. Ignores cover. Strike down, strength 6, which would be quite handy. I mean, you could dish out a lot of wounds. You could do a lot of wounds to some bigger models, but it doesn't have an AP value, so I'd probably use it for the missile launcher. So yeah, fire dragons inside a wave serpent. They do have an Exarch, and the Exarch has the fire pike, which is the assault 1 melter with 6 inches more range, so 18 inches, which is pretty good. Moving on from the battle box, 5 Dire Avengers in a wave serpent. This wave serpent doesn't have the hollow field matrix, so it doesn't get an invulnerable save like the... Oh, I should have mentioned that actually. The previous wave serpent had the hollow fields, which is a 5+ invulnerable. This one doesn't, but what it does have are the star engines, the crystal targeting matrix, and the ghost walk. Same loadout again, missile launchers, shuriken cannon. This is again, move forward, get all the things as far up as possible that are going to be able to do damage as quickly as possible, and then let them do damage. Hopefully, because you can jink, you won't get hurt too much by the enemies in the second turn either, or their first turn. So ideally, I think you probably want second turn, stick them behind cover, they waste a turn shooting, you move up. Other stuff, you throw in the... Well, maybe even first turn, I don't know, actually. But yeah, Dire Avengers have their... oh, what is it? Avengers Shuriken Catapult, which is an 18-inch range, Strength 4, AP 5, Assault 2. So that'll do some damage. And the Exarch in this case has the Shimmer Shield and the Power Weapon, so he confers a 5-up invulnerable save onto his unit. And he's got a Power Sword, so AP 3. I like that because a bit more protection for a unit. Especially as they're Dire Avengers, and you know they don't have a huge number of them. You only get 5, including the Exarch. So you're going to want them to do the damage they can do. So yeah, I just liked the look of putting them in the wave serpent for extra mobility as well, so they don't get shot to pieces whilst walking across the terrain. But obviously they have a 4-up save anyway, so that's pretty handy as well. So yeah, 280 points there, including the Wave Serpent. On to my next unit, 12 Guardians with a platform with an Eldar missile launcher. You can see I have a favourite here. Reason being, chances to lay down blast weapons, chances to lay down Skyfire. You know, it's kind of handy. Not much else to it, except they have their Shuriken catapults, 12 inches. Oh, excuse me. They have their 12-inch range. Again, that's not great. I'm not a huge fan of that. That's the one thing that puts me off Eldar ever so slightly, is that they have a very limited range. And then finally, on the Eldar list here, we have a Viper. This guy's all kitted out again with the crystal targeting matrix, the Ghost Walk, and the star engines. So he can shoot through cover. He gets to move 36 inches in the first turn, and then he can lay down his scatter laser fire at full ballistic skill. So strength 6, AP 6, heavy 4, or strength 6, AP 5, assault 3. Up to you. Really, it's just that quick, fast open top skimmer, just a skimmer. Get it up there, do damage in the first turn, don't expect to survive. Or even if you do survive, I mean, strength 6 can do a lot of damage to vehicles, especially if you can get in behind them. I mean, with that kind of range of movement, you can get right in behind a lot of enemies. Again, same with the Wave Serpents. If they're not on their board edge, you can dish out a lot of damage in the first turn, especially with vehicles, and popping vehicles can be very important. So I think it's a very well-rounded list. I don't think it's what I would call Eldar cheese. There's no D strength, so it's not particularly amazing. There's no jet bikes, so they're beatable. I know a lot of people don't like Eldar, because apparently they're overpowered in every way. But I mean, if you really break it down, I think if you look at a list like this, I'm sure 1,000 points of my Space Marines, or 1,000 points of other medium to strong lists can do it. Could beat the Eldar list. I mean, I think Wave Serpents are strong. I know that a lot of people have gone off them, but I really like them. I still think they're pretty cool, to be honest. So yeah, there is 1,000 points of Eldar for £100. Slightly different from the Eldar list you're seeing now, but then because Wraith Guard are expensive, Wraith Knights are expensive, I don't really like them too much. I think they're a bit too much, a bit too strong with their 2D cannons. It just seems wrong, to be honest. It just doesn't seem fair. But, you know, what can you do? So there you have it. 1,000 points of Eldar, £100. And I would say that people could play against this list and not be annoyed at you. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Let me know what you think of the list. Possibly even your thoughts on whether Eldar are overpowered or not, and whether you think you could take this list out with your 1,000 points of what you have at home. And let me know what you think of the series. Have any of you invested in any of this? Have any of you thought seriously about doing a 1,000 points for £100 list? And have you looked at what I've done and been inspired to try and buy cheaper? Just let me know what you think. And of course what you think of me and how I can improve it. Love feedback, because then I know how to get better. And just a big thank you, of course, to all the subscribers and all the people who watch my videos, because it's you guys that make me want to make more. At the end of the day, it's the people who contribute and the people who watch who make me want to keep making videos and keep growing this channel. So yeah, it's been me, Callum, from Tabletop Banter. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, have fun.